So in this video, let's talk about the only funnels you need in 2026 to scale up your AI agency. Everybody always talks about the VSL call booking funnel, but what if I told you you're currently going to leave money on the table if you're only doing call booking funnels? And if you're familiar, you probably know Archimedes' quote, "Give me a lever long enough and a fulcrum on which to place it, and I shall move the world." Now we're going to talk about 4 types of levers that you need in order to actually scale up your AI agency in 2026. So the first type of leverage is media leverage. So you could think of media leverage as anything related to even watching this video in terms of long form content. You could think of it as any X posts, any Instagram posts, Facebook posts, basically any social media that you know of, that's media leverage. And the reason why it's so powerful is because now everything is online. So whenever you're actually viewing people online, you could build trust a lot faster, especially from YouTube video and long form content. Next, we could talk about money leverage. So having access to capital, the reason why software companies, they raise 10 million, they raise $100 million in order to actually scale up is because you have the money leverage. Money leverage allows you to hire really good talent. It allows you to start investing into the future of the company instead of just having a certain amount where you can't really invest into the growth of the company. Next, let's talk about code leverage. So code leverage involves any softwares that you use or involves any automations that you use in order to make things easier for yourself and for your employees. Also, code leverage would replace employees and systemize and automate things in your agency so you don't have to hire more and more people. The last thing is labor leverage. So imagine just duplicating yourself multiple times, and they're all in specific sectors of your business. For example, marketing, sales, automations, operations, all of that is labor leverage. And you can basically place yourself in all of the different sectors inside your business, and you're able to scale up just because from the amount of people and the amount of talent that you have at your company. I'm going to give you an overview of this entire funnel, but we're going to go into everything hand by hand. If you're interested and you want this funnel just completely built out with you, go ahead and click the link in the description and apply for a one-on-one program. So inside the program, we're going to help you out with any bottlenecks, any offer creation, any funnel creation, how to actually run ads, how to actually just get closed clients for your AI agency. And we're going to just hold your hand throughout the entire process. So if you're interested, you can click the link in the description and you can apply to try to join our one-on-one program. If you're qualified, we're going to have a call with our growth coach to make sure you're a good fit for our program. And then we'll give you an invitation to our program. So number 1, let's talk about the content. So like I mentioned before, the content will involve Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube. Anything that gets people to consume your content on social media is involved in content leverage. Next, we could talk about the money leverage. So money leverage will be anything related to paid ads. So a lot of people only focus on the VSL funnel. And the VSL funnel is going to be very direct. It's going to get you bookings onto the calendar. It's going to get you leads. However, if you're only doing the VSL funnel, you're going to leave a lot of money on the table because for somebody to buy, they need to spend 7+ hours with you and they need to trust you and like you and know your face and know your company and what you do and why you do it. And with just the VSL funnel, that could get the point across. However, there's going to be a section of the market that even though they viewed your entire VSL, no matter how long it is, or let's say they don't even view your VSL, they don't trust you enough to actually buy from your agency services. So how do we actually combat that? We combat that by introducing other types of funnels to subsidize on top of the VSL funnel. So for example, I included in here the product funnel. Number 2 is the lead magnet. Number 3 is the webinar. So webinar can be live, it can be automated. However, live webinars probably kill it a lot more. But if you don't have the lead flow, I would just do automated webinar. And let's go over what those funnels kind of look like. So no matter what type of funnel a lead enters down, we need to put them through an email flow. So in this email flow, it's a 60-day sequence. And I'm going to record another video if I don't have a video on my channel already about what this email flow kind of looks like. But at a high level overview, the email flow basically tells the prospect what you do, why you do it, how you do it, and how you're different from all the other competitors. And just making yourself an authority in the space is going to make miles of a difference of your competitors. And how do you really do that? Through content and through the email flows. So you really need that in terms of why, for example, why AI SEO is better than Facebook ads in 2026. How we took this pool builder to 400K per month in 60 days using SEO, or client testimonials. Anything related to that, we need to include within our email flow. And on top of that, all the most common objections you're going to get, you need to basically address it in the email flow. So how long is it going to take? What is the average result? What is the cost? What testimonials do you have? All of that needs to be included in the email flow. So whenever they actually book a call, all of their objections are pre-handled, and it's going to make it a lot easier for you to close as well. After email flow, basically you're going to have two different types of leads. One is going to be unqualified, one's going to be qualified. So with unqualified leads, let's say they don't have the money to actually afford your most premium service or your monthly recurring offer. What you really need to do with these type of leads, depending on the industry, of course, like for example, a contractor industry, they're probably not going to buy a course to do it themselves. And they're probably, in terms of the group funnel, usually a lot of online guys, they like to use Skool. But for contractors, you might need a Facebook group or a paid Facebook group. So there's 4 types of things that you could do in order to monetize these types of people that are unqualified. Number 1 is affiliate. So any softwares, let's say GHL, they want a CRM, you could basically affiliate for GHL, set them up with a sub account under that. Number 2 is low ticket. So let's say it's a template for cold emails that they could do to build out referral partnerships, or it's a template to actually do SEO on their website themselves. They could buy that. And the purpose of actually being able to monetize all the unqualified leads is that you're able to liquidate ad spend. And if you're not able to monetize unqualified leads, to be honest, you're probably going to leave 97% of the market just unable to pay you a single dime. Next is the course. So the course, basically what we need to do is basically let them do it themselves. It's a full video course. And a lot of times from the course, people are going to just ascend naturally because they don't want to do it themselves. The last thing is the group funnel. So in the group funnel, you need to be able to showcase wins of clients that are just following your same methodology. And the group funnel creates a community. These people, let's say they're qualified, but they are kind of on the fence. The group funnel is going to instill that community in them, and they're going to see the testimonials and they're going to see the results that you're bringing without even doing the service yourself. For the qualified leads, what we really need is number 1, the intro offer. Number 2 is a recurring offer. And the intro offer is for more skeptical prospects, and the recurring offer is something that you would upsell them on after the intro offer provided a really fast result. So intro offers need to be something that provides a really quick win within 7 to 14 days. So main goal of the intro offer will be so you could provide a really quick win in less than 7 days. So the prospect can see what your company offers and the result that it brings. And that's when you send them into the recurring offer. So this would be a monthly package of managing, let's say, their SEO or Facebook page or Facebook ads in order to just build up that MRR for your AI agency. Next, with all of the leads, they're going to enter a newsletter. And even for me, when I first began the agency, I really neglected on the newsletter. So whenever a prospect doesn't buy, they're just trying to get more and more leads. However, you already paid $20, you already paid $40 for that lead. You might as well try to be at the top of their mind. So whenever they're ready to pull that trigger, you're actually at the top of their mind and they move forward with you. So that's what the main goal of the newsletter is. So really you need to be shooting out a newsletter once a week or twice a week in order to just nurture leads. And sometimes it takes a buyer. Maybe they don't close on the first call. Maybe they don't close on a follow-up call. But there's been countless number of times where just because I'm on the top of their mind, a prospect comes back to me in 3 months and 6 months and a year, and they said they're ready to move forward. And with those type of prospects, if we're not shooting out a newsletter, if we're not making content, we're never going to close those type of clients. Next, I want to talk about cold outreach. So cold outreach is going to be more towards the labor leverage, unless you're doing it yourself. But cold outreach will involve anything related to cold emails, cold DMs, or cold calls. And even with this, you need to be putting them through the email flow as well. Because cold emails, every single person is going to get a lot of junk mail. Same thing with cold calls or cold DMs. So once you're able to actually book a meeting, you still need to put them through an email flow and also shoot out newsletters to them. So you're constantly at the top of your mind. It separates you from the competition because 99.9% of agencies probably aren't even doing newsletters. There are even big agencies that aren't doing newsletters or even have the email flows in place. The last thing I want to talk about are partnerships. So let's say you're AI automations agency. You could partner with ads agencies, SEO agencies, financing companies, anything related to that, and you could just build out that partnership. So with the partnership, you're going to offer some commission. And the main goal of building partnerships is just building that referral network. So let's say you have a client that needs Facebook ads. You're going to refer it over to them. But if they have a client that needs AI automations, they're going to refer it over to you. And let's say it's a service that you don't want to provide, but you don't want to leave cash on the table. You're going to build up your MR just from partnerships alone. And this ascends into the reoccurring offer, which every single person, no matter if they're clients or they're just cold leads or they booked a call, everybody gets added to a newsletter, because the newsletter nurtures pre-existing clients to show that they made the right choice. It also nurtures leads that are cold and shows you that you're authority in the space. So this is the very simplified version of the funnels that we're using, and we've used all of this. So we have a low ticket, we have the paid ads, we have cold outreach, we have partnerships, we have content. For example, you're watching this video, so we have that content as well. All of this all works in conjunction. So if you're missing part of this funnel, what's going to happen are your results aren't going to be as good as somebody that's using all sections of this funnel. And the main thing with content, of course, let's say you're not even getting organic bookings through your content. What it does from paid ads is going to nurture all the leads from paid ads. So they see your face, they know you right before the call, and you're going to get a lot of lay down closes just from that way. On top of that, whenever you shoot out cold emails, let's say you don't have any content or you're not on the web at all, what most people do, even when you buy something, you're probably going to search up that company online to make sure they're not a scam, to make sure that they actually do what they say they do. So with everything, they're going to find your YouTube channel from the cold emails or cold calls, and then they're going to be nurtured that way as well. So it's all an ecosystem of a funnel, and you need every single step in order to maximize the now throughput of leads that actually convert into paying clients. Without certain sections of this funnel, you're going to just be leaving money on the table, and your ads won't be performing as well as you hope they would. So now let's talk about how content plus lead magnets plus website presence is amplifier on closed deals. In non-closes, let's say you had a call, they didn't sign up, they get recycled back to marketing with retargeting ads, with newsletters, with lead magnet consumption, and then with content as well. So the main goal of monetizing unqualified leads is that you'll be able to liquidate more ad spend and team costs, and then you can scale up from there. And there's still leverage in the unqualified funnels because it doesn't directly rely on your change of time for money. Whenever you first build it out, let's say low ticket funnel, the group funnel, it's going to take a couple hours to build that out, or if not a couple of days. However, after you built it out, you don't really need anybody to be constantly managing it. You've already set a baseline, and that's where your monthly revenue can also come in with affiliates, with the low ticket funnel, and then it liquidates all your ad spend so you can acquire that second, third, fourth client for free. So I hope you got some nuggets out of this video. And if you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe, and also check out the links in the description for all the offers that we offer here. And I'll catch you in the next video.